crowd, they're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Seibert now to kick this thing away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 50 to flag. Cross flag. 53's Mike.
Crunch time, defense.
Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on, QB, come on.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And oh, it coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 67 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Mike 51.
I got it.
Mike 51. Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Jackson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. That'll bring up second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Come on, switch it.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 60 out low. Check. 53's Mike. Here it comes. Here it comes. 12. Watch the twist.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Ingram. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 3rd and 4. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 21.
Hey there, Tim.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Jackson on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
You got nothing.
Again, Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But
I don't know if it's Twitch or my Wi-Fi, but one of them sucks already.
Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down,
that
gives
could
me
be
an
Twitch.
option of running play
Might be
action,
Twitch.
maybe throwing it.
Watch the edge. Neutral quickly. That's it. 56 to Mike. 56.
On second and goal, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
56. Mike, 56.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Your internet is too good, but could your internet too? Never know.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
It kicked me off 2K.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
He's coming. Hurry. We got double up. Mike, 48. Mike, 48. Point it right.
I've noticed that when I rebuild database, I'm redoing trophies.
On the carry, it's Chubb.
Let's go.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
Hell yeah, usually just
and it
refreshed
never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing, despite the injuries, retirements, guys being unable to play, I'm seeing these youngsters and backups come in and play well in a lot of cases. Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville has taken charge there. They got their first win. Kyle Allen, 4-touchdown pass for Carolina in relief of Cam Newton. They got their first win. Going into week 3, the collective quarterback rating for the season, 94.0, which was the highest at that stage of the season in a long time in the NFL. So maybe the quarterbacking straits that we talk about all the time aren't as dire as we've made them out to be.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Mike 51. All day. All day. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Come on.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Browns 21, Ravens 7. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. long. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Mike, 53.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
53.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. To Boyle here over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18.
Let's go.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check. 53's Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, it's orbit. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Time to go. Night.
On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run.
And he's into the clear. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. They find some open field here.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Back.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Ravens 10. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and his crew will
Buddy
take
Life
over with a
resets my
football at the
trophies.
35-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
That ain't right. Not good. I'll have to check mine, but I think mine are still
Ball
there.
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Take you to school. Shit.
Run.
Check. Fresh now.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the penalty, Chubb. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And again, it's Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hey, I'm done.
Now Chubb. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Hurry. Motion.
Watch the safety creep.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Good. 180.
Right here. We go Mike 40.
Hurry.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They run. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
What we got? 40's Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
Hurry.
Well, hey, we're going Mike 40.
Watch the slats. Watch regular.
40's Mike.
Watch the slats.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 40. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 40's the Mike. Squeeze.
Hurry.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Up.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Bravo. Attack.
Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This one from 35 yards away. Seibert able to knock this one through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Zoom, zoom.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
I got him.
Mike 51.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Come on, set. Hey, no more.
51.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle. Sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180. He's coming. Defense wins championships, baby.
Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He wasn't ready.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Motion.
Kings. 40-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check, 48's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey,
Run.
D, man up, D.
Ship! Hurry! Rail.
Hey,
Go!
We're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Hey, alert 33!
Silver.
Hey, alert!
48's the Mike.
General West!
All day, defense, all day.
Watch!
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Deuce. Check, 48's the mic. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we gonna mic the 48, right?
On first and 10, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's checking.
Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Topper!
48's the mic.
Keep it up, G. Point it right.
48's mic. 48's mic. Ricky.
Pistol.
Smith!
Fourth down, Mayfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson.
I am on my phone now.
This off to his fullback. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Jackson. Caught right side, it's Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You can't block me.
On second and 12, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a first down. Jackson and the offense come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson going to throw again. His throw incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Jackson now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
He's coming to you, motion. Hey, hey, hey.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Real.
They toss it left side to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He lost 6 there on the first down play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
48 to Mike.
I'm coming. Check your hot read.
They run it again with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Done.
Third and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 3 to Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.